Hello, it's me. It's me, Miss V, and welcome back to my stream. So, good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm actually pretty shocked that I still decided to go live today. All things considered, but here I am today. So, today it's going to be my typical chill vibe. Hi, Phil Killer. Good morning to you. Today is going to be my typical chill Sunday stream where I'm just going to be doing my dailies and farming in Genshin. Then maybe I might play something else. But yeah, for those who are not familiar, usually my streams, which are like this, aren't the super high maintenance, energetic type of stream. Hi Zan, hello, how is everyone? Actually, do you guys want to talk about Multiverse of Madness first? Hello. Or maybe we can talk about it while I'm doing my dailies, I think. But how is everyone? Hello. But anyway, I got so confused. This is what happens when you have election anxiety. JK, of course. But hello. So yeah, just to let everyone know what usually happens on my Sunday stream. So if this is your first time, if you watch me on a typical weekday, normally what I do is I have a designated game on that day, and like, I always do my best to be so high energy and hype. Just so, like, for people to like get into it. But like usually on Sundays, this is like my very, very freestyle type of streamer, and I literally just play and then we can chill and talk about anything, honestly. I'm even playing around the idea of, like, for example, if I'm playing Genshin and like you guys want to join me or whatever in the world or something, I don't really mind. Because like I don't know, I really just want to treat my Sundays to be a type of stream day wherein like it's very cozy, wherein we can all just chat about anything without like thinking about repercussions. That makes sense. So yeah, if you want to talk about anything, actually, feel free to just let me know in the comments. But I think there are some of you here in my chat right now who want to hear my thoughts about Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness, and I do have a lot of thoughts about it. Honestly, I just finished watching it yesterday. It was when did I watch? I think I watched yesterday afternoon, and then I wanted to, how, if you don't follow me on my all of my social medias, normally on my Instagram, whenever I watch like a Marvel movie, I always like, or not really just a Marvel movie, like any comic book movie, I always like try to make a mini review on my stories. I don't know, just to give people a different perspective into things, especially if you're not really a comic book reader. So if you don't follow me on my IG, which is here, I actually also decided to post the story snippets that I had on my gaming Twitter, which is over here. So yeah, that's basically what I do. But since I don't think a lot of you follow me there, and I know that a healthy, actual, real-time conversation is always conducive and better in terms of like exchanging ideas and thoughts, I also decided to, like, why not open like my Sunday stream today for that discussion. Yeah. Again, hello Phil. Hello Newt. How are you today? I'm believing in people. I'm sort of have, but not have the election anxiety. Same. I mean, for everyone who is not aware, it's actually election day today because it's 12 midnight over here in the Philippines. I don't really want to delve into it that much, but if you are a Filipino and you are a registered voter, I do hope and pray that you vote for the candidate who you firmly believe is in line with how you want this country to be in the future and how you want a leader to be. And of course, a leader that you can be proud of and you have, at least at this point, with whatever you can see in the near future, someone who you feel you will not regret voting for. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah. Hi Zan, how are you today? Good morning from the Philippines. How is everyone today? I think for everyone it's still Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to those who um are celebrating still in like a few hours from now. Is cinemas open but later? I'm not sure actually. I think so. I think establishments are open. From my knowledge, election holiday is not necessarily like Holy Week holiday wherein everything is literally closed. Because not everyone is registered. Of course, that's one thing. And I think capitalism would want to capitalize on a holiday. Let's be real. Um, but yeah, and also fun fact, this is my first time voting. I'm not proud of it. I mean, especially since I'm turning 26 this year, I'm not proud of it because if I registered the moment that I turned 18, this would have been my second election already. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed to admit that at least this time around, I'm stepping up to the plate, and I am going to be fulfilling my responsibility and my duty to my nation. So yeah. To be fair, Newt, this is supposed to be my second time also. My first, I mean, if I registered in the most recent one, 2016 elections, this would also be my second one, but I failed to do so before. But yeah, like I said today, this is a very, very freestyle, free for all type of thing. So when I finish my Genshin stuff, I might actually jump into League of Legends and see how the queue is going on while we still talk about some stuff. But I guess I can start. Okay. Full disclosure. Actually, let me change my title. I wanna change my title just to inform people that I will be talking about Doctor Strange 2. Let's talk Doctor Strange 2 while gaming. There. I'm gonna change my title. Go lang, mute. Okay, I think I updated it. Okay, let me just switch over to the game first, just so I can start doing my dailies, because I think I'm very late.
As a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I'm very late. But also let me pop some music. Yeah, I found this playlist. It's called Chiptune. I think it's pretty cute, and I wanna experiment using it today. Oh right, I'm in Ken's world. I am live already. Let me just go back home. Log. Okay, I'm gonna go home. It's a very cute playlist actually. It reminds me of like 8-bit games. I think that's also why I wanted to like use it today. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing today? Expedition reward. Oh, I'm supposed to be farming for Rosaria's talent books. I think I still need 5 of the gold ones. But let me just claim this. All of this. Because in order to do that, I actually need to Chongyan. No, never mind. I won't use condensed for that one. Because if I manage to get all the books that I need. Hi gamer dude, good morning to you. If I manage to get all the books that I need, I might do a bit more of the ocean hued farming just because I didn't get a healing bonus circlet yet. And I know Kokomi benefits the most from a healing bonus circlet. So I guess I still have to go back in even though I got an HP circlet already. Wait, let me just check in Genshin because I did not check in Genshin yet.
A blade
Might
embraces
as well
its
do it for
duty,
Tears of Tennis.
as a jeweler cherishes their
Also-
gems.
There you go. Day 9. How are you today, gamer dude? What's up? What's up? Good morning from this side of the world. Oh, Battle Pass is ending. Interesting. Okay.
So this is a day.
Where was the book thing again? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. I know I need the harp. I need the harp, right? The harp. Yeah, I need the harp for Rosario. What is the harp called? Ballad. Philosophies of Ballad. That's what I need. Pretty good, how are you? I'm glad to hear that. I'm actually doing well
Let us
also.
find shelter from the rain.
Apologies in advance that I'm not my typical hyper self. But honestly, this is something that you should expect every Sunday also, like apart from just today. But like today is very unique because I don't know. I just feel very, very, very chill today and cozy. So if you want to ask me any question in particular under the sun, right now is probably the perfect and opportune time to do so because I'm in a very nice mood. Thank you. Finger heart for you. Yeah, so today we're going to be farming. So I think I need 5 more gold ballad books.
Stabilize.
Right here, emerge. Right here.
And then if I manage to get ballad books,
Glory to the Shogun. Now you
I will do Ocean Feud again. But let's see what happens. Okay.
I will have order.
show them.
How come like whenever hold on.
Nothing lasts forever.
Whenever like I want to use Zhongli's charge shield, I always feel the need to like really press the skill button like really hard. As if like the strength is different if I press it harder. I don't know.
Solidify.
Okay.
Right now, emerge.
Totems are
right
gone. Hi Ken, how are you today?
Here. Shine
Wait, I
down.
will explain the concept of the box later.
Strike.
Actually, in a bit. Let me just finish this domain.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I always thought that you knew how the boxes work, actually.
Gather. Order guide you.
Right now, right here, emerge. Flash. A sight to behold. Right now, emerge. Right here. There is no escape.
Okay. I'm experimenting on Traveler. Really? What build are you using? Also, what element is your Traveler in? Like, what elemental state is your Traveler in? Because I think a lot of people use either Electro or Geo, like based on their teams. Because excuse me. I heard the Geo Traveler is pretty good because Geo Traveler can actually battery a Geo DPS while also providing crit rate. Is it crit rate or crit damage after using their burst? So that's good. But at the same time, the Electro one, I heard the Electro one
Solidify.
provides a similar-ish role
Shine down.
to Raiden Shogun's battery potential. Though obviously like not as good. I heard like she's a well, I use she because my Traveler is Lumine.
Right now, emerge.
But I heard like if you don't have Raiden Shogun, the Traveler can actually be like a budget
I will have
Raiden
order.
Shogun in terms of like battery potential.
Gather.
Okay, let's do this.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever.
Right here. Glory to the Shogun. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Why did I not slash you, Brood?
There is no escape.
Solidify.
Emerge right here, right now.
Order guide you.
Order guide you.
Shine down. Come on out. Right here.
Come on
Right
out.
now.
Right here. Right
Sight to
now.
behold. Show them. Emerge.
Stabilize.
Okay. I built Animo damage like how Shao works. I discovered that ER is a must on Electro. Yes. I think that's another reason why everyone says that like Electro Traveler is honestly budget Raiden, because like you know how Raiden is meant to be built while capitalizing on your ER. I think it's a similar situation with like how you still have to invest quite a handful of ER on Electro Traveler, even though Electro Traveler is a pretty good battery. Though I did hear that like their burst, as an Electro Traveler's burst, is very, very helpful. Wait, what do you mean how you built Shao? When you say you built Shao, are you using like the old Shao build with like the two-piece viridescent, etc.? Or like, do you mean
There is no escape.
like
Strike.
with the new artifact set?
Now you shall perish.
What is it called? Vermilion Hereafter? Is that his? Or Echoes of the whatever? As a non-Shao haver / user.
This is order.
Show them. Right now. Quiver. I'm always watching.
I'm always
Right
watching.
here. Flash. Glory to the Shogun. Inazuma shines eternal.
Oh, she's dead. She's dead, mama.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Okay.
Right now. Right here. Shine down.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, we apply
Emerge. Right now.
everything.
Emerge. Strike. Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing
Right
lasts
here. Right
forever.
now. Emerge.
Yes.
There is no escape.
Please do not teleport anymore. It's not pretty. Thank you. Like Shao depends on attack, right? I'll just try 2-piece Shimenawa and 2-piece Glad first. Okay. Alright, have you reached that point in the game wherein like you're literally not building anyone anymore, so you're already investing energy and like resources into building your traveler? Is that what's going on? Because from what I know, that's what a lot of people are experiencing lately, especially like for those people who started the game really, really early. I don't have any other artifacts, so I'm stuck with Raiden Headpiece. Still haven't. Oh, so you're still doing EOSF? Is that why you're like using Shimenawa? Because I remember the main reason why I got EOSF pieces in the first place was I was farming for my DPS Barbara's Shimenawa pieces.
Quiver. No turning back.
And I'm sure you all know how lucky I am in this game, which is not at all.
Illusion shattered.
I will have order.
Come on out. Emerge. Strike. I'm always watching. Come on out. Right here. Shine down. Flash. Glory to the Shogun. Now you shall perish.
Shit. Where is the girl? Where do you think you're going?
Stabilize.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
But I wanna trade. Really?
Order
What do you
guide
mean? What do you mean by? What do you mean by that, though? Like, you're gonna try to get
Emerge right here.
a different
right
one?
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever.
Emerge right now.
Okay, it's dead. I don't want Raiden anymore. I want Ito Zhongli something. What do you mean Ito Zhongli something? Ito Zhongli something? Okay, let me check. Oh my god, I keep burping. What is going on with my innards? Wait, what do you mean by like trade in the first place? Is there like a way to trade accounts? Wait. 116.28. 116.28. Um 116.28. 16. Oh fuck. 28. Oh, I still need one. I'm in a very tight spot right now. What do I do? Okay, never mind. I know what to do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run it once more, and then if I still need, I'll do another one. I can't abandon my account because of Morax. He's my favorite. I don't mind getting a new account, but with Zhongli. Okay, I don't know how to ask this, but like... Okay, I guess the safest way to ask it is like, when you say you want to get a new account, do you mean like you're gonna start from the ground up, or what?
Storm the front. Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines
I think that's the
eternal.
best way to ask without like being sketchy about it.
Gather. This is order.
Come on out. Right here.
Shit. Okay.
Oh
my god! A sight to behold.
Right here.
Show them.
Strike. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Okay. Is dead. Is dead.
Illusion shattered.
Gather. Order guide you.
Hold on, I see your comment,
Right now.
San, and I
Emerge.
will
Right
read
here.
it after this.
There is no
Oh my
escape.
lord, oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. Die! Die!
Gather.
Okay,
Emerge.
I'm
right
gonna renew
now.
it for safety purposes.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts
Come on out.
forever.
Right here. Right now. No turning back.
You just dodged my burst. Use original medicine. Oh, of course not. When you trade a hand, you trade the same level or a bit lower, but with a character that you want. How do you do that? +3, +3. Hold on, let me tabulate. Let me tabulate. +3, +3. So this is 19 and 31. Please let my math be correct. Okay, I can leave. I can leave. Okay. Okay, I can go back now. Do you trade with randos? Doesn't seem like there's a safe way to do that. I know, right? That's pretty sketchy. I trade with friends, but I think the best way is just to get... Okay, yeah. I mean, to be honest though, you don't actually have to trade it. Like, for example, if you're thinking of trading it just because you don't want to use Raiden, you can always just not use Raiden, I guess. That's like a very safe thing for you to do. Like, I mean, because your reason is, it's not even as if like your account got corrupted or something to a point wherein you actually had to trade it away. Is
You
he
may
just
leave at any time.
because you don't want to use someone? So I feel that you don't have to trade it. You can just like bench Raiden. Oh, I can level characters up. Okay, we will do that. Wait, what's my Mora at? Where is my Mora at? Wait, let me go back here. Because I feel like I need to craft something. Where is my Mora at right now? 282962. Okay. 28282962. Okay. So today I will be leveling up Shenhe, Rosaria, and Kujo Sara. Okay, I love it. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I would only do that with a friend. Exactly. I personally don't feel comfortable trading accounts, especially if I'm gonna lose something. I think it's a completely different situation and it's like you get to keep both. Like for example, you're gonna be given one and then you retain your main one because at least like there's really nothing for you to lose. But like if it's a trade with a stranger, I don't know, girl. Something about it feels sketchy to me. I don't want Raiden, but Hoyu gave it to me. I sold one to a friend. Okay. Sure, you can show me. I don't mind. But if you want me to look at it on stream, I have a channel redeem actually for that. So feel free to avail. I keep burping. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with me. But yeah, I have a channel point redeem for that actually. Right, let me just check what I need to craft for Shenhe. I need 7 of that. The Whopper flower thing. Whopper flower thing. Which one is it? Is it this? Yeah, I need 7 of this. Okay, so if I need 7 of this, I need 21 of this. And I have 6. So I need 15. I need to make 15. She's a math girl or whatever. Bonus. Perfection. 7. And I need to make 7 of the gold of her talent book. What is her talent book? It's this. Prosperity. I need 7 also. Craft. Uh-huh. You look so nice to me there. You look so nice to me there. Okay, Shenhe. Let's level you up to 79. Look at me being very thrifty with my books. Very thrifty with my books. Then I need to level this to 8. See, it really pays off to have an ascension planner. Okay. For Rosaria, I need to craft 9 of the gold ballad books. 9. I have to craft 9. I need 9. I need 27 of this. So I need 8. Okay. It's the only one I need to craft for? Yes, that is the only one I need to craft for. And then we level her to 79 as well. My god, look at all of my wits just vanishing before my eyes. I guess we know what to do. We're gonna farm wits again. 79. And then I'm gonna raise this one to 11. And then last one on today's list is Kujo Sara. And I need to to craft 9 of this, which is like perfect. And 1 gold version of her book, which is this one.
Inactivity serves.
Then, where is Kujo Sara? Hello, Kujo Sara. There you are. Level her up to 79. I'm losing my money. This is me burning Mora now. It has reached this point. The Mora burning era. I know people have been waiting to see me burn Mora, and it's finally happening. Then this is what we need to get to. 11. Oh my god, my Mora is dead.
Purpose whatsoever.
My Mora is dead. But let me just wait, let me check your comments first. Okay. Wait, what is going on? My screen lagged. My screen lagged! Okay, it's back. Oh my god, I'm poor. What are you here for? Also, Zan, are you gonna be streaming today? Just curious. I refreshed my thing. Okay, I can see your comments again. What was I gonna do? My god, my brain is lagging. My brain is lagging. Okay, so I'm gonna ascend Shenhe to Godhood. Her next gig is 80 ascended, but she is going to be closed first. Ascend. Next gig is 80 ascended, but we will close her. Then we ascend her. Okay, where's my money at? 300 girl. 307.37. Amazing. I am now poor in the game. 307.37. And then the status of my wits is 176.201. 176.201. Bro. She is a poor girl in the world of Tibet. Let me close this. So the last one on my list to level up is actually Fischl and Shangling. Before I start leveling their weapons and their artifacts, because it never ends. Leveling your characters never ends. Okay, I need a lot of money. Money. Battle Pass, please come back. That's your only purpose in my life. How do you play while standing? What? Oh, actually, I've always wanted to ask Zan. How do you manage to do that? Do you have like a a standing table. No discount. I'm sorry, Ken. It has to feel like a reward for watching me. You know what I mean? I used to stand over 8 hours a day. What is that? Is that like customer service? Is that like the industry? Okay, I think I'm gonna use my resin instead for Wits and Mora. Because I am poor. I am very poor. I'm very poor. Wait, let me do my commissions first. Inazoomer. Where's the... Okay. Okay. I have a really nice pad that I stand on. Oh, okay, now I understand what you mean by standing for 8 hours on end. How was that like though, and how long did you work there? If you don't mind me asking, of course. Because, you know, I only ask when I'm allowed. Okay, let me switch to this team and switch Shenhe out for Rosaria because this is my commission team for the friendship. We need all the friendship we can get. Wait, first of all, Ken, I know that you want to get your Sayu reviewed, but I do have to warn you that I don't know much about Sayu. Like, the only thing I know about Sayu is she's meant to be built
Let's play. Wouldn't glide
with
any
Vivi.
faster.
So like, I'm not
Brace
100% the best person to go to if you actually want to have your Sayu checked, because my knowledge on Animo units is very limited. Escort. My lord. My lord! What do you mean by see it? Like you just want to show me your Sayu? Or you want to show me your build? I haven't worked in hospitality for a while, but yeah, I've worked at some really nice hotels and one really bad one. Okay. I won't ask you which hotels specifically, most especially because whenever I'm in the US, if I don't stay with my relatives, we usually end up in like hotels. Unless of course you want to advise me to not go to a particular hotel. It was very interesting but often very stressful. I see. Wait, so since you left... Oh, what the fuck? Since you left, like, the hotel industry, what industry are you in now? I don't think I've ever actually gotten to ask you about that. Thank God it's raining. I don't even need to bring Kokomi out. Actually, I'm curious. Whenever it's raining, I mean, when I do that, are my jump attacks also cryo-infused? Ooh, that I do not know. This is going to take forever. I don't have a Claymore user, I don't have a Pyro unit. This is gonna take forever. I wanna show you my build. When I go to US, I always buy houses in Vegas. Wow. No all. I would like to have a house in Vegas. Actually, I don't know. Do I want to have a house in Vegas?
You can't run. Let's play. Think you can get away? Hold the line. Punishment. Whirling snow.
do I actually want to have a house in Vegas? Because I don't know, for me, the Vegas experience is like being in the fancy hotels. Like the hotel casinos. That is what the Vegas experience for me is all about. Okay, what is this? Defeat the ruined machines. I haven't had a regular job in a while. My partner mostly supports us. I do odd jobs and work for a friend occasionally who pays me. Oh, I support that movement. Well, actually, we're technically in like a similar-ish boat. Because I'm not sure if you know, but like my job outside this, I think you know actually. I think we've talked about this for quite a bit. My job outside streaming is modeling, and as you know, like the industry of modeling isn't really something that has like permanence, if that makes sense. Like, because like, you know, if you're a model, it's not...
You can't run!
What the fuck? When you're a model, it's like, it's not something that you go into a place and then like...
Allow me!
How do I explain it? Basically, it's not a 9 to 5 in a specific area.
You can't run!
For lack of a better way of putting it.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff. Whirling snow. Coming out.
So technically speaking, the thing that's consistent in my like job, career, gig thing is this, because for this one, like it's literally, you know, something that I control because it's my own schedule. But like with modeling, it's like you do it if there's an availability. And like basically what happens is if you're not doing shoots or shows, what you do is like you meet people. And like meeting people in the industry is always a risk because you technically market yourself whenever you meet them, and then they have to that's how they decide if they're going to book you or not. So I mean, I do have an allowance from my management and stuff, but like it's not really like a salary per se. So yeah. Did you come looking for her today? No, I did not come looking for her today. I hope I can focus on working too, but aren't you 18, Ken? Right? Aren't you 18? Are you not 18? Yeah. So it's very weird, but I'm just happy to say that like I enjoy it and that I'm earning from it. And like, I don't know, for me this industry is always like a work in progress. I don't see it as an end goal, of course, because you know, like obviously sooner or later I'm going to expire, for lack of a better term, because in the industry everyone has an expiration date. As horrible as it sounds, because like, you know, the industry is very into the superficial. Apart from your capability to like, you know, still work and to do it, because like the modeling industry is a hustle. So it's heavily reliant on your ability to keep the hustle going while at the same time maintaining this image that you want to be portrayed as. So eventually when I do reach like, let's say my maybe late 40s, if I'm lucky, that's like a time wherein I'm supposed to be doing something else, which is not just modeling. That's why I'm also trying to dabble into the idea of
Thank you for completing.
doing acting. I'm AR 56. A monumental moment in time. I'm Air
Add
56.
Astra at a
Okay, give me my shit, Catherine. I have one wish. That's what you get. That's all that you get for doing the grind of leveling up your adventure rank. Get one wish. In the standard banner. It's not even like limited banner. Yeah, but my mom wants me to study. She wants me to finish college first, but I want to work IDKY. Like, I don't want to feel like relying on her too much. Ah, okay. I actually completely understand what you mean, Ken. It's just that. And this is something that a lot of people who are not from the Philippines, no, let me rephrase. This is something that a lot of people, whether you are from the Philippines or you're not, fail to understand. And this is more common for people who aren't in the Philippines. The only instances wherein people who from the Philippines realize this fail to realize this is if they are very immersed, I guess, or invested in other cultures, specifically that of the Western countries. Because for people in the Philippines, not really just in the Philippines, but in Asia, it's actually not common for children to move out at 18. And it's not as easy as it is elsewhere to get jobs or like well-paying jobs or like jobs that pay you enough to survive on your own in the Philippines without a degree. Wait, let me just wish. Because we're not gonna get anything. So like, I understand the feeling of like, I'm already like legal and I don't want to rely too much on my parents and all of that. Because like, I think we've all been there. It's just that, honestly, it takes a certain level of life experience, I guess, being here, and like a certain level of maturity to accept the fact that even though we don't want to be in that situation, we are forced by circumstance to be. And it's sad to realize or come to the realization that our parents actually know and accept that. Like, you know, whenever you have a kid, here at least in the Philippines, I guess, because I can't really speak for every Asian country, but like here in the Philippines, if you're a parent and you have a kid, there is this understanding that you have to prepare for literally everything from the moment that the baby comes out up until they graduate college. Because like those years, which is basically from 0 years to 21 if you're lucky, but like, you know, if like circumstances change the situation, maybe 20 to 23, but like as a parent you have to be ready for that, like caring for your kid, giving them everything they need up until they graduate college. Because if you are a college undergrad here, there is literally no way for you to survive on your own, and that's a sad reality. You know, it's very sad. Thank you so much, by the way, for congratulating me. But now we have a long way to go again to 57, which is another standard banner wish. It will just give us another blue one. Gosh. Yeah, the appeal of being able to make your own money is very real. Yeah, and you know, Zan, it's also a different experience. You know, as someone who is earning, I'm sure you understand me all as well. It's a very different feeling of knowing that, let's say you're at a restaurant and you buy food, obviously you order food. It's a very different and fulfilling feeling and experience to both know and realize that what allowed you to be able to experience that meal and the experience of going in, sitting down, and you know, feeling the ambiance of the whole restaurant and everything is out of your own hard work, right? Like you made that happen for yourself. It's a completely different experience as opposed to like having it bought for you or like having it be provided for you. It's super different. Um so I understand. It's just that it's close to impossible to experience that when you're here if you're not a degree holder. Speaking reality, like on the upcoming years when I'm studying architecture, it'll be a pain for pocket. That makes sense. Yes, especially if you have a younger brother. That's also a very big issue here. TBH. And I guess it's a bigger issue if you're of a lower social class. Because whenever you are on the higher end of the order of your siblings, like let's say you're the eldest or like one of the older ones, if you're like a a big set, there's always that pressure. It's not even automatically like, oh, your parents pressure you into doing it. It's more of like there is this social pressure of owing that responsibility, like owning the responsibility, I mean. Like making sure that you are giving back by giving forward, which is to your siblings. And it's hard. It's really hard because having that, for lack of a better term, a burden or the feeling of responsibility while matching that with this reality of like having very minimal opportunities for you if you are not a graduate, which is difficult in itself to release, diba? It's hard. It's really, really hard. Which is why, if you're a registered voter, I still do advocate that you vote wisely, guys. Election day is today. It's never too late, to try and change things, because as bad as things are, they can get worse, but we always have the power to make things better. That's always what I tell people. Whether it be related to elections or not, as bad as things are, whatever situation you're in, they can always be worse, but at the same time, they can always be better. But they will never be better if we don't do something about it. Architecture, yes, actually, if I was skilled, or if I was given the gift and the art of being able to draw well, I think architecture is a very nice field to enter. Cool yet so expensive. Actually, Ken, I've heard. I actually have batchmates and friends who did take up architecture. And from what I heard, a lot of the things that you need, just studying it first, is very expensive. Excuse me. Okay, so I will use the 60 on widths, and then I will use my condensed on Mora, I feel. Or should I flip it around? I don't know. No, I will use this on widths and then use condensed on Mora. Well, for me, it's a promise from my late father that I will take care of my mom. Yeah. There's also that factor, diba, na parang, when you grow up in a family with a single parent, whatever the circumstances are that led you to that situation, like I said, as one of like the older children in the order of children, you have that responsibility, diba? Na parang it's a bigger pressure on top of wanting to be able to provide for yourself, and on top of wanting to care for your parents, because it's one thing to want to have the ability to provide for yourself and know that like your hard work is paying off for you. And it's another thing, I mean, it's another thing to want to pay back to your parents who sustained you for literally 20 plus years of your life. You know, even if it's not your responsibility to pay your parents back, obviously. I think here, at least in Asia, if not worldwide, it's part of our culture. It's very intrinsic to how we're raised and how we grow up that we always have this attachment with our parents. Like even though we're not, that they're not entitled to anything that we earn, it's just something innate in ourselves that we always have this desire to still want to pay back. And then it's another thing to help your younger siblings if you're not really that well off, right? So it's a very, very big issue that we're all faced with here. And it's very, I don't know, it's not going to be something that can easily disappear. Like I think it's a very, very big and structural issue. And I don't know. I can't really say much about it because I feel like I'm not the best person to speak up about it, if that makes sense. Kasi for me talaga, like, even though I consider myself like aware of all of the things that are going on, I don't want kasi to say that I completely understand everything just because I know that I am privileged.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
You know what I mean? Like my knowledge and my empathy can only go so far. Hold the line.
Let's play. Yahoo!
Can your shield just break, girl? What is going on?
Here we go. Judgment. Take flight.
Thank God. God.
Rude.
Okay. Oh, right. I'm gonna teach you. I never knew that you didn't know about the box, Ken. Wait, let me teach you about the box. Let me just get this. Okay. Okay. I have to go to Mondstadt for this because I have to, like, in order for me to explain it to you. Okay. So, actually, you're not the only one who is not aware, apparently, because I asked Child also, earlier. Wait, let me just go to Mr. Lieben, aka the person who Uverse should base Arataki Ito's arms off of. Okay. Thank you, Zan. I just discovered this playlist very recently, and I was like, oh, I think this is nice for like a different vibe compared to what I normally have on here. It's also by Harris Heller. It's called Chiptune. Chiptune. That's what the playlist is called. So if you want to check it out, it's also royalty free and like copyright free, so you can play it on your streams. Okay. So I guess for me to explain it, we're gonna start here. Ken. So Marvelous Merchandise is an event that runs for 4-ish more days, and you have 5 chances to complete this. Right? You have 5. No, it's not 5 chances. You need to have availed it 5 times in order to reap literally all of the benefits. Okay. So these are the rewards, diba? So every reset day, your world will randomly generate a box, which you can check through Liben. So it can either be Pyro, Electro, Dendro, Cryo, Geo, Hydro, and Anemo. And each box will have a different like prize inside. So what happens is, if let's say, okay, because right now my world I think has Animo, I think. Okay. So since my world has Animo, if I avail of the box, because in order to avail a box, it has specific requirements that you have to give. So for example, it requires you to give like 10 mints, 6 Ansetias, and 4 fouls. That's just like a random combination at the top of my head. So let's say that's what you need to give in order to avail of the contents of, like, let's say the Animo box. If you turn that into Liben, this is what you will get for today. You can only redeem a box once, but you're not limited to redeeming your world's box. Because like I said, for example, since my world generated for me that my world will have an Animo box today, but I don't need the enhancement ores. And as you know, I'm leveling units up. So what my account actually needs specifically is Wits and Mora. So logically speaking, if my goal is to have resources that will allow me to build characters, like level up characters and level their talents up, and maybe even level their weapons up if I have enough enhancement ores already, the box or boxes that I should be looking for is the Pyro box for the Wits, or the Cryo box for the Mora, or the Hydro box for both but at a lesser amount, right? Because you know, if you get Pyro, you have 6. If you have Hydro, you have 4. And if you have Cryo, you have 60,000, and Hydro, you have 20,000. So technically, so let's say, like going back to my personal example, since my world generated Animo and I don't need this, I can ask literally any person in the Asia server, because I'm in Asia, like, does anyone have either a Pyro, a Cryo, or a Hydro box? Which is why I messaged you. And you told me that your world had Hydro. So what I did is I went to your world, I availed of the Hydro box in your world, you know, by turning in the requirement for me to get the contents of the Hydro box. And in me getting the contents of your Hydro box, it added to my completion progress already for today. Which means that since I claimed a box in your world today, if I go to my world or in anyone else's world today, I can't claim anything anymore. So what I will do now is I'm gonna wait for reset, which is, you know, in like 2-ish hours, to check again what type of box my world will generate. And in the event that it's Pyro, Cryo, and Hydro, because that's the one that I'm personally looking for, then I can just get it. But if it's not, suppose I get like Electro, Dendro, or Animo again, I'm gonna ask people in the Asia server again, like either my friends or like people who I met on, like, you know, community discords, if they have Pydro, Cryo, and Hydro, and if I can travel to their world and avail of their box. And by the time that you complete it, which is, you know, you just need to redeem it 5 days, there's like a bonus reward of like Mora and Wits and enhancement ores, I think. I don't remember specifically, but like that, you get like extra rewards after completing the 5 days. So yeah, that's basically the situation. And it's not even a type of thing wherein like you literally have to get it on day 1 because it just lasts for 5 days. No, because as you can see, I'm already at a completion day of 3 out of 5. So I just need 2 more days, right? But like this is still going to run for 4 days. So you have 2 days that you could have wasted if you didn't do it when it started. So yun. If you already availed of it today, actually, if you can avail it, if you can avail of a box today, you can still complete it. But if you don't avail of a box today, like for example, you start upon reset, you won't be able to complete it anymore because it has to be 5 separate days. And 5 days being 5 reset cycles. Ayun. I don't pay much attention to it because, yeah, you get Primo Gems here. Every box has 40 Primo Gems. So if you calculate it, you technically get 200 Primo Gems. Is that my math correct? Because, yeah, it's 200 Primo Gems on top of the bonus Primo Gems that you get if you complete the 5 days. Think of this like, it's like a ley line disorder event, but more limited and easier to do. Plus, you get Primo Gems.
I wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
It is technically a login reward. Most especially if you literally pick up everything that you encounter in your world. Because, like, usually the stuff that Liben asks you to trade him for the box, it's like your typical cooking materials, like mint, the flour, the one that you use to make sugar, yeah, the flour, and then sansetias, fowls, and meat, I think. I think it's that. Like, those are the ones that he usually asks for. So it's not difficult to get them, actually. But I am still in Inazuma. I want to get... Okay, fine. Let's do that challenge. We'll do one ley line for wits per region. Your Welkin has 40 days. You know, my Welkin, I refresh it every month. I only purchase a Welkin monthly. I don't purchase in advance. So that's a lot, like, compared to me. TBH. Liben gives us primos for chicken and flowers. Exactly. Like, you will find no other man who will give you 40 Primo Gems by just giving him, like, what, 6 fowls? Like, 12 mints? You know what I mean? It's like one of the most generous people. And actually, if you're into the lore of Genshin, if you talk to him for the first time, he actually tells you about the situation of the world. And for this cycle of the mysterious boxes, marvelous merchandise.
Don't we have a job to do?
The thing that he said, it's very interesting. This time around, he's been to both Fontaine and Sumeru. And he said that Fontaine is, like, thriving right now, but there's something brewing in Sumeru. Like, they're having a crisis right now. So I'm not sure if you read it. But of course, you know, as a lore girl, I read it. And yeah, so according to Liben, or Liben, however you want to pronounce his name, Sumeru is facing a big problem right now in their region, in their nation. And, like, it's interesting to know because we're, like, at the precipice of jumping from Inazuma to Sumeru very, very soon. So, like, they're starting to build up this whole situation we're in, like,
work hard and live each
okay,
day
we're
to
now
the
gonna try to, like, moving on to the
That
next
is what
issue
life
at
in
hand, which
Mondstadt
is
is all
whatever
about,
it
isn't
is
it?
happening in Sumeru. I just want it from giveaways. Can't afford buying stuff in-game except Dota. Well, it's fine. I mean, Genshin is technically free-to-play. It's a free-to-play game. Genshin is a type of game that you don't actually have to pay in order to clear things. It's only pay to win if, like, ano ba? It's only considered pay to win if you're actually impatient. TBH. It's, diba? I mean, I think Zan can attest. But, like, it's only pay to win if you're impatient because you can use primos to refresh your resin. Bro, I can't do anything with Rosaria and Ayaka.
Rest and rebound. Here we go. Think you can get away?
Look at me chipping away its health like that. But like, you know, there are a lot of accounts that actually don't even buy Welkin. Or don't even buy the Battle Pass. Because like, actually, if you are going to follow the very definition of what a free-to-play is, free-to-play doesn't even like... A free-to-play account doesn't even avail of Welkin. Because, you know, free-to-play is literally you don't pay for anything at all. If you're talking about like terminologies, if you actually buy Welkin, and if you buy the Battle Pass, you're not... Technically, you're not free-to-play. You're considered a light spender. But, you know, people aren't ready for that discussion. Because some people take pride in being free-to-play. Even though they pay for Welkin and Battle Pass. Inazuma quests are headaches, so Sumeru won't be an exception. Yeah, and well, for me, one thing that I do want to know is like... Because Sumeru is the nation of knowledge. And if you watch my favorite Genshin trailer ever, which is called, you know, Travails, it talks about... Oh, fuck. Why did you appear, huh? Why did you appear? It talks about, the trailer said that, like, Sumeru's are fun. Or, like, the issue in Sumeru right now is actually, like, fake news. For lack of a better term. It's fake news. And it's interesting because the trailer was suggesting that the Archon actually doesn't care that like people are believing fake news. And like, you know, his virtue is wisdom and knowledge. I was like, what the heck? What is going on? Why are you like, you know, letting fake news happen? So I'm very interested to see that type of issue because we've had the issues that we faced lately actually is very different from each other if you think about it. Mondstadt is basically an issue of self-actualization because the virtue that Venti advocates for is freedom. So it's literally it's a self versus self type of thing because the issue of freedom is not always like about an oppressor and an oppressed. Freedom is commonly even, if you think about it, an issue of allowing yourself to be who you are or allowing yourself to be who you want to be or who you're meant to be. And for me, after seeing the story of Mondstadt, their issue of freedom is not oppressor versus oppressed. It's really more of like letting yourself go and accepting a fate that you want for yourself, which is highlighted by Venti. Like, you know, him actually not even wanting to be the Archon anymore, diba? With like him willingly giving up the Gnosis for free. Well, not really for free, but like him accepting the fact that like she's gonna take the Gnosis, like Senora was gonna take the Gnosis, and like he didn't really like want to put up a fight anymore, even though technically he could because he's a fucking Archon. But he didn't, diba? So for me, the issue of freedom in Mondstadt is not oppressor versus oppressed. It's literally self versus self. And then, for oh shit, for Liyue, it's actually an economic battle. Because the virtue that Zhongli advocated, I don't even know if it's advocates is still the right term. Like the advocated for is contracts, diba? The virtue of like honoring your word and etc. etc. And like, you know, the conflict that we were faced with a lot in Liyue is like this issue of like how are we going to survive now with everything going on, because like there's an economic reform, like a change in the system of ruling in the government, etc. 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 So it's very economic based, which is completely different from a self versus self, because now you're introducing this entity which is outside you because it's a governing party, but also outside people because it's economy, it's money. You know, it's not just involving people. So it's a man versus nature type of thing. Nature in a sense that like it's not human and it's not yourself. It's very external. And then in Inazuma, we're faced with literally man versus man. Because it's a war-torn world. It's a situation. With Raiden advocating for eternity and her understanding of eternity versus someone else's understanding of eternity, which is literally already like it's showing that it's a man versus man. You know, apart from an actual conflict of war, there's this man versus man concept of how would you understand eternity and how would you advocate towards eternity,
A blade
diba?
embraces its
Because
duty,
Raiden
as a
sees
jeweler
eternity
cherishes their
as
gems.
like permanence, like stagnation, not having anything change. But like as you can see with how Ayaka views it, and how Yaimiko views it also. Eternity is acknowledging that the only constant thing in life is change. So eternity in a sense that
So
like
this is a
things
day in
do
the life of
change
the
and
traveler.
that the concept of change is the one that
I'm
stays
learning
the
more
same.
about you all the time.
Right? So that's another way of viewing the man versus man dynamic. So we've seen man versus self, which is the freedom one. We've seen man versus nature, which is the economy, world outside man conflict. And then we had man versus man here. So now it's interesting to know that like how are we going to grasp this new conflict, which is completely outside men. Because it's knowledge, and it's truth, and it's
The blade
facts.
is like a tea leaf.
And
Only
what
those
I
who
love about
sample
the
it many
concept of
times can
facts and
appreciate its
knowledge
true
and
qualities.
stories, which I'm sure is something that we will explain. I mean, we will explore in Sumeru, is you know how the things that we study, such as history, for example, it's always written from a person's point of view. So literally, truth is regarded as something that's outside men because it's supposed to be something that we should all believe. But truth is also written by men. Right? It's a very complex situation wherein it's something
So
that
this
we
is a
have to
day in
know
the life of the traveler.
and advocate for and accept, but at the
I'm
same time
learning
it's
more
something
about
that we
you all the
create.
time.
So that's why I want to see how Sumeru is going to be laid out. Most especially because the Dendro Archon technically advocates for wisdom. And we all know that knowledge and wisdom is very, very different. Because knowledge is like knowing things, intelligence. Like very factual, very by the
blade
book.
is like a tea leaf.
You know what I mean? Like
Only those
it's
who
knowing
sample
what
it many
is.
times can appreciate
But
its
wisdom
true
is more of
qualities.
like analyzing what is and not just knowing. So that's why I want to see the dynamic in Sumeru because it's a whole new type of conflict. It's involving men, but it's involving the complexity of men. Yo. Ayon. I got sidelined again because like I'm very, very into the lore type of thing. Can you run? Aren't you like supposed to dive me? A yarn! Thank you so much.
Shiver! Think you can get away?
Think you can get away?
Best rebuild! Take flight!
Okay. Oh gosh. No, I appreciate the info and viewpoints. Yeah, oh my god. If honestly, Zan, if you want to geek out about anything related to the lore of like a game, a movie, a book, a comic book, or whatever, I'm your girl. It's TBH. I can go on and on and on about all of my theories and my views. And things that I read about, or like watched, or like explored in the games, books, movies that I'm very passionate about. Girl, I can go on and on and on and on. Like literally, I can have a just chatting stream. Just talking about all of the things that I like. Like, oh my god, I love geeking out. For me, For me, geeking out is one of my passions. Because geeking out is like a way of manifesting things that you love. I should have never passed on Venti. Yes, I love Venti. Oh my god, I love Venti. Oh my god, it's them again. You guys are gonna teleport here anyway.
You can't run. My apologies. Judgment. Lights out.
Lights out.
Whirling snow.
I got an artifact. This is me farming for Mora again after all the Mora that I spent. Girl! Okay. Excuse me, I just burped again. I hope there's a rerun before the Dendro Archon. You know, I would love that for you, Ken, but I feel like it won't happen anymore. Because for me, I think the most recent rerun of Venti is the rerun before the Dendro Archon. That's my belief about it. Because look ha, what I noticed with Hoyoverse is they always have to have a rerun of the Archons right before they release a new Archon.
Cherishes their gems.
So if you look at Mondstadt, Venti actually had 2 runs before Zhongli. Right? Not mistaken. Because he was the first banner and then he had a rerun during the festival. The Wind Bloom, right? He had a rerun during the Wind Bloom, which was before Zhongli. And then Zhongli had his own rerun again before... I mean, Venti and Zhongli had a rerun before Raiden. Like the first Raiden banner. And then...
A blade
Raiden, Zhongli, and Venti
as a jeweler cherishes
all
their
had a
gems.
rerun already. If my math serves me right. So literally, if you follow that logic, since Raiden already had her first rerun, that means that the Archons should not have a rerun anymore before the Dendro Archon appears. And their next rerun would be after the Dendro Archon, because the Dendro Archon will now form part of that set that reruns every time before a new Archon comes out. Right? If my logic is correct. Is my math and my history correct?
A
Because
blade
if so,
embraces its duty,
that is correct.
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Who is this person? I don't know you, I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, we might see Kazuha, at least we might. You never know, we might. I mean, a lot of people are very hopeful. Personally, for me, I'm also pretty hopeful that Kazuha... Wait, it's really cold. Where is my remote? Roshi is gone. I'm just gonna freeze to death, I guess. I also believe that Kazuha will have a rerun.
This is a day
But
in the
like,
life of the traveler.
it's hard to like assume things at this point. Because things have changed. Honestly, I would think that Kazuha would have had a rerun if 2.7 was not delayed. You know what I mean?
Take flight.
Because I feel like I don't know, of course, what they're gonna do about it, but
Brace yourself. Whirling
they might
snow.
have to adjust some things moving forward. But I'm very optimistic because, like, if you think about it, if you look at the roster of Inazuman characters, there's only 2, well, 3, I guess, if you count Ito, even though he's recent. There's only 3 Inazuman characters who have not had their rerun yet. And it's weird to think that one of them is actually
Here we go.
The first one that was released.
Take flight.
Because if you don't know the calendar of Inazuma, Inazuma actually started, which is weird. Inazuma actually started with Kazuha, even though he was released pre-Inazuma. Because I think a lot of people assume that like the story arc of Inazuma all started with Ayaka. That Ayaka is the first Inazuman character, but actually, Kazuha is the first one, if you look at it. And it's weird that he hasn't had a rerun yet. All things considered, like... Well, actually, both Kazuha and Yoimiya are weird to have not had a rerun yet, because literally everyone in between and after has had one. Right? I don't know. But Ayato gave me like a Zhongli vibe. But somehow I feel like the next Venti... Yeah, exactly that. I feel like the next Venti rerun will be after the Dendro Archon. And he'll probably be the first of the Archon reruns again. After the Dendro Archon. If they really still commit and follow that order of like... We always rerun them as a set in that specific order. I personally want to be like Ayato and Zhongli, if that makes sense. Like a tall, slender daddy. They're both very refined, knowledgeable, and self-assured. Actually, I guess a way to define how they look like, if I were to define it, is that they're both very, 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 like, regal.
You can't run. Allow me.
Okay, I can stand here. There's a jellyfish.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff.
Do you think you can get away?
Hold the line. Whirling snow. Kamisato out.
Sumitsu. Perfect. Okay, I just need to do one more. Then I'm done. I hope my money is good. Where is the Leyland? Is she gone? Oh, she's there. I was like, why did it not navigate? Is she gone? Is she dead? Yeah, for me, looking at their design, of course, like, you know, removing the whole concept of like how their personality, this is the same one. Like how their personalities are. I don't want to do another one with a cryo mage. It's just horrible. Because I'm using this team, girl. Work with me here. I'm using them for friendship. What was I saying? Oh, because just looking at their character design, like not taking into account their actual personalities in the game, they look very, very, very regal. Like they're both royal. Like they both belong in royalty. So I understand what you mean actually. It's just that I don't like Ayato. There's really something about Ayato that I don't like. His only redeeming quality for me, well, two redeeming qualities for me is one, he's Hydro, and I love Hydro. It's my favorite element in this entire game. And two, he's voiced by Dimitri. I mean, he's voiced by the voice actor of Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And if you don't know, Dimitri is my husband. I named my dog after him.
Let's play.
Huh?
You can't run. Shiver. Think you can get away?
Think you can get away?
Allow me.
Oh, it's not over until it's over.
Sakura swirl. Here we go.
Okay, now it's over. Oh, I even killed the flaming flower. Okay, there you go. Now I'm all farmed up. So where's my money now? Okay, still not in the millions, but very close. We jumped quite a bit because we were at 300k earlier. time to rebuild! Wait, let me just back read. I got lost. Yeah, it felt like they were giving us a chance at Zhongli and Venti before they go away for a while. Yeah, actually, Zan, I have this weird theory that, like, because you know how we have 7 regions. I feel like after they release the 4th Archon, they're not gonna do consistent reruns of the Archons anymore. Because if you think about it, okay, so Venti technically has had 4, right? If my math serves me right. Venti has supposedly had 4. Marking the entrance of the 4th Archon. So by the time that we get to Snezhnaya, he's supposed to have had 7 runs. Right? Which is, I don't think they're gonna do that because I have this weird theory that they actually want the Archons to be pretty limited edition. I don't know. Well, what I feel is, I guess we are gonna have a Zhongli by December. I can't really speak for sure, but I feel like our next Zhongli is still gonna be next year. I think, huh? Not sure. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not at all affiliated with the workings of Foyoverse. But for me, what I think is that the only Archon we will have before the year ends is the new Archon. They can totally throw a curveball at us, especially since they have to make room for Archon reruns now at this point. They might do another rerun of maybe Zhongli, because, you know, if you look at the timeline recently, Zhongli is the one that had the earliest this year, because if in this year's progression, it was Zhongli, Raiden, and Venti. So, logically speaking, Zhongli is the first one that's up for a rerun, because Venti had his 4th already. Right? Yeah. I mean, you never know. Some of the whispers in the darkness turn out to be true, have been incredibly surprising. That's true. That is very true. Speaking of Inazuma, I'm waiting for Yaimiko. I feel like Yaimiko is... If she's gonna have a reunion, it might be towards the end of the year. Along with Shenhe. That's what I feel. I feel like there's a higher chance for Yaimiko and Shenhe to have a rerun this year as opposed to Zhongli having a rerun this year. What does Regal mean? Regal is like you're in a position of... You're in a high position to a point wherein your vibe exudes like you're rich, you're powerful, and you command respect. That's like how I would translate Regal in layman's terms. It's like if you look at that person that, like, you know, just sweats regality. It's like seeing someone from the royal family. Like, you know that they're powerful, they're rich, and they command respect. The Regal Boba Zipper. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Ayato's design, he looks like he's rich, powerful, and commands respect. And if you did his story quest, it's exactly that, right? Like, he holds a very, very high position of power. Because, like, he's the head of the Shumatsuban. Apart from the fact that he's technically the head of not only the Kamisato clan, because he's the older of the 2 siblings, but he's also the head of the Yashiro Commission, because the Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission. So he holds a very high distinguishable position, while also obviously being financially well off, because, you know, he is a part of the wealthy clans of Inazuma. He's not like your common NPC. And he commands respect because he holds a lot of, like, high positions. I always liked Dimitri a lot as a name. Same. Um, Actually, I find my favorite types of names linguistically are actually Russian names and European names. Like linguistically, like what I mean by that is like saying it and hearing it. I love names that are Russian and European. I love saying and hearing Spanish names, French names, and Russian names. Like I remember back when I played a lot of Mass Effect, like when I was super addicted to Mass Effect. My Commander Shepard's name was always Natasha. Because I don't know, something about it is so nice. Apart from the fact that like I was actually basing my Commander Shepard off of Natasha Romanoff, which is Black Widow. Because that was the vibe that I wanted her to have. Oh wait, I have to swap to my
Mind be purged.
my Liyue team because I'm logging out in Liyue. But yeah, I mean, there's really something about the Russian names that just sounds very nice, and it's also nice to say. Wait, how is my friendship? Almost 6, almost there, girl. But I know my Raiden is at 9. Oh, Venti is still at 3, so he's the one that's stuck in a rut. Because Kokomi and Ayaka are at 4 respectively, and Rosaria is almost 6. So you are the one that's lagging behind, but the one who's really lagging behind is Master Pro. Look at level 1. And I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. Oh, another thing that I haven't done yet is
Vania's blade work? Alright then.
The thing that I haven't done is the one. What is it called? The one with resources.
We'll need a strategy.
The one with resources. I know Goba's lifespan isn't that long. So where is Yaimiko?
Whatever would you do without me?
The pyrometric. Kenemaru. Okay, let me just back read. I'm so sorry. I'm lagging behind in chat because I keep getting distracted by a particular line. No doubt, John Lee is. I don't mind if Japanese or English tone. The sound of 6,000 years. The Archons will be much rare in the future. Yeah, and I think also, especially if like the story of the game reaches a point wherein it's very Archon dependent already. I feel like the reruns will either happen a lot or it will be very, very scarce. By the way, V, can I redeem points? Sure. I think especially since like I can't. Well, actually now, Zan, just to let you know, I created an NA account just for reviews. Because I was like, okay, I might play this account if like my roles for it will actually be nice, but I got nothing good. So I was like, okay, it will be an account, like account request dump. I mean account review dump. Wait, let me just do my pyrometric. But I saw you redeem, so let me just do my pyrometric. 74. 74. $74, 73. I need 3 more. 261. Okay. Jean-Lee.
Gather.
Fisher.
Emerge.
Yaimiko.
Right here. Emerge.
And Coco.
Hold the line.
This is what a lazy person does for their pyrometric. Lazy person. Okay. Thank you for your assistance, Sukokomon. Who is this? Eula? This is supposed to be
What's
Eula.
your
This is
battle
supposed to
plan?
be Rosaria.
Make sure to keep up.
Make sure to keep up. Okay, let me back read again. Let me back read. Let me check on my side. I'm also a huge fan of Russian names. Oh, actually, Zan, Vitaly sounds really nice. I also like Yelena. Yelena. I like Katerina. Apart from Dmitry, I like Vladimir a lot. That sounds very sexy. As a guy named Vladimir, my god. Like, suck my blood, daddy. Very that. My Sayu isn't fully built, but she's golden. Okay, I will look at it. Sayu golden blood. You don't have to sub, actually, Ken. You don't have to sub at all. Like, I appreciate everyone regardless if they're a sub or not. Like, for me, subs is just like an added bonus. You don't have to do it. Actually, Ken, I'm also working with an artist right now, and he's currently making me a lot of new emotes. Mostly Genshin-related ones. So far, the ones that I've seen that he's finished is Barbara, Eula, and Mona, I think. I think that's the one he's done with. Then, I asked him to make Shenhe, Ayaka, Raiden, and Yai? I think. If my memory serves me well. So, yeah. Yeah, Dimitri and Vladimir is very hot. Hi, Toma. How are you today? Why are you still awake? Why are you still awake, huh? Have Zhongli. But I want all of my emotes to be my queens. Actually, for reference of what you can expect, for emotes, just look at my profile. It's really there. It's all there. Oh, I have to rearrange this now. I have to rearrange this. So 5, 6, 7, 8 is not in order anymore. It's just like this. Just so it looks nice. You see? Now it looks nice. It's the sisters. It's the two lolly girls in my freeze team. It's the cryo queens and the electro queens. Hype for new emotes? Yes! And you guys paid for it with your subs and your bits. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna ask him also to make me a Kokomi one in the future. I'm debating whether I should go to sleep or wait up to watch F1. What time is the F1 today? Oh, Toma, by the way, you know I have an F1 crush, even though I don't watch F1. I find this... Actually, there's two guys, but like one of them is... I find two of them attractive, but I like one more. Not Slender Zhongli. Okay, anyway, let me go to your account now. You're not online. Wait, what's your name? Ken. Where are you? Hello? Why are you not here? Yeah, I nicknamed you as Ken. Did you remove me as a friend? Oh, there you are. No! Wait, who are these people, Toma? Are they Asians? Are you naming Asian people? Okay. Wait, what do you want me to do with this account review, by the way, Ken? Do you want me to just admire it? Do you want me to give you tips on it? Or do you want me to roast it? Yeah, but like, why did you name those people specifically, Toma? Like, why them specifically, huh? Okay. I don't really know how to judge a level 55 Sayu, but... Okay. Well, your ratio is fine. Actually, it's good because you have 57 and 145. Is she DPS or is she support? That's what I want to know. Because for me, knowing what her role is matters most in looking at your stats. Because if your stats are like this, she's supposed to be DPS. Because if she were support, honestly, yeah, if she were support, I wouldn't care about the rate and damage that much. Like, I wouldn't care about crit that much. What I would care about is energy recharge and elemental mastery. Because if your Sayo is a support, your ER is supposed to be pretty high, especially if you use her burst. Because she has a pretty high burst cost. And your EM is supposed to be pretty stacked because you're swirling as a support. If you know what I mean? Because for this one, I think it only really matters if she's your main on-fielder. I personally like how Ghastly looks and Yuki is just Asian. Toma, can you send photos of them to me on Discord? I would love that, please. Thank you. But the two people I'm talking about actually, Toma, is Leclerc and Landon Norris. And the one that I love the most is Landon Norris. See, I can like non-Asians too. Even though I have an Asian type, I can like non-Asians too. DPS, Wolf's Gravestone. So if it's a DPS, if she's a DPS, she's fine. Like this. Shimenawa, Viridescent, okay. Like you said, you are building her like Shao. Did this roll to flat attack? It rolled to flat attack? No. Because your crit rate isn't that high. It's probably rolled once. Then rolled twice, then rolled once here. I think. Crit damage, beautiful. This is how many... What's this crit value? This is 15.6 plus 21. This is 36.6. This is a nice crit value feather. Wait, let me check your flower again. This one can still be improved because this crit value is just 26.3. No, 26.2, 26.4. You can still improve this one, but this crit value is really nice. And you also have ER and attack percent. Very, very nice. Wait, Sans. HP Sans. I'm curious why you went with HP Sans. Why HP? Because Sayo doesn't scale on HP whatsoever. That's what I want to know. I mean, it's nice that you have a very high crit damage roll here. And the crit value of this is... This is 13.2 plus 28.8. This is 50. Right? No, 40. Hi? 43. 44% crit value. It actually is a nice crit value. It's just that, why is it HP? Oh, you don't have attack stance yet. Okay, so this is the one that you're farming for. So yeah. You have, this has a really nice crit value, but the main stat is incorrect. For this one... Okay, this is nice. Could still be improved a bit, I guess, especially if you manage to find an annual damage bonus that has both crit rate and crit damage. Especially since these are two stats that you technically do not benefit from at all. Maybe if one was like attack percent, this would actually be pretty fine. But this is good. You can improve it, but this is good already. Circlet. Crit right. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah, I like your circlet. Has a nice circlet. Yeah, so I mean, if I had to recommend anything for you, obviously farm attack percent Sans. Please get attack percent Sans. And then you can improve your goblet if you want, but you can retain this TBH. You don't have to because you already rolled. It rolled crit damage. I'm assuming it rolled twice to crit damage. If like how I see it is how it went. This is nice already. You can retain this. If you want to go bigger, you can improve that. This one is really good. I will not change this for anything. This one is also retainable. This is good already because, you know, your substats are not a loss whatsoever because it's double attack. It's attack percent, flat attack, and then you have your crit rate and crit damage. So this is honestly really, really good. If you want to go bigger, this can still be improved. But if I were you, I would retain this knowing how hard it is to get really decent substats to begin with. So yeah, that's basically my recommendation for this one. Yeah, if you just had to change anything, it's just this one. It's just this one. If you had to change anything. Okay. Yeah, I can't really speak much on the talents because she's just at 55. Like, I can't really say much. But if she's your on-fielder, like auto-attacking, you should probably level your normal attacks also. Because if you just level her like this, her skill, her normal attack damage will not be that good. She just kicks. But if she just kicks at, that means she's not your on-fielder. Let me back read. Lando is the best. Yes, I love him. He is honestly one of the most attractive men I've ever met who is not Asian. Yes, I agree, Zan. Wolf's Gravestone on Sayu. If only I had a Wolf's Gravestone to begin with, but I don't. The game will never give me Wolf's Gravestone. Same. Hard same. I literally got every single Claymore I think imaginable aside from Wolf's Gravestone. But I also don't have Skyward. So I guess that also is one. But yeah, actually, like Zan said, the Goblet is good, most especially since it's on set. I think I would have pushed you more to change this if it wasn't on set. Like if it wasn't either Shimenawa or Iridescent. Like if this was your off piece, maybe I would have pushed you more to change it. But like seeing how it's on piece and it rolled crit damage, I would actually advise you to not touch this anymore. This one could be improved, but it's okay if you don't. This is your best piece on her, TBH. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wanna build DPS Sayu also? Zan, I don't have EU. I only have NA. Okay, since you redeemed Zan, here's what I'll do. So I'm gonna be streaming Genshin again. Okay, I'm gonna give you an option. So I'm gonna be streaming Genshin again, obviously on Tuesday and Thursday. And if you want me to like review a character in your EU, I've always actually been thinking about making an account in the EU server just so I can also do account reviews in EU. So if you want me to do that for you, I can hold on to that redeem until the Thursday one, because the Thursday one is the one that you usually catch because it's the time slot that I stream Genshin when you're not streaming yourself. So I can hold on to that for you to review it on Thursday if it's in your EU account. Or if you want me to do it now, it has to be in your NA one. Wait, let me just... Let's go back. Oh my god. She just kicks. Yeah, she actually just kicks. So yeah, I can look at your F2P account if you want it, but like it's gonna be on Thursday. No problem, Ken. I hope it helps. It's okay. How about my NA? You want me to do NA instead? Because like I honestly don't mind, you know, making an EU account. Because I actually have been planning to make an EU account to do account reviews on EU. So you tell me, my friend. I will do what it is that you want. That's either today with NA or Thursday with EU. Okay. So you want me to check your NA now? Is that it? Is that it? Brother Zan has a good voice. Yeah! I really like listening to deep, like, baritone, bassy voices. It's very nice. Especially, like, because you stream in the early hours of my day. It's so nice. Like, oh my god. It makes me, like, ease into my slumber. So, yeah. So, Zan, you want me to look at your NA? Or you want me to save it? Okay. Sure. I don't mind. Wait, let me just log out here. Blip. How do you guys have deep voices? Girl. America. Okay. My ping is going to be absolutely dogshit horrible, but I mean, I'm not gonna play anyway. But literally, I don't think I got a character that isn't Noel when I rolled. Wait, let me just copy your UID. Look! It's me! It's me! In Jean's office with no one apart from Amber and Noel. Okay. Okay, search. There you are! Which one do you want me to look at? Look at all of your level 90s. Beautiful. What is a Natus Vincier? NAV, yes. This is me. I'm traveling. Diluc, Zhongli, Raiden, and Eula. Okay. With my very, very limited knowledge in Diluc, I will do my best. No, actually, I'm gonna look at your Diluc last because I know that Diluc is your baby. So I'm gonna start with Raiden. I'll start with Raiden. Okay. Oh my god, 300%. She's a support, right? Your Raiden is your support for your Eula, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, if she's your support, this is beautiful. Yeah, actually, Zan, one thing that I learned about Raiden is you're supposed to hard cap at 300%. If you go beyond 300%, it actually has very diminishing returns. I mean, it's detrimental already to stack more ER beyond 300%. Like, as long as you're well within 250 to 300, that's like the sweet spot. If you go beyond or if you go below that range, it's not good for you. But like I said, since she's your support, I won't really delve too much into your crit ratio. But this is pretty good actually, even though it's like, you know, not high numbers. At least you're still maintaining the 1:2 ratio. So like whenever she crits, she still crits pretty hard. Engulfing, my love. Okay, so that helps a lot, especially since you have 300 ER. My god. 4-piece Shimenawa. I mean, Emblem of Severed Fates. So we start with your flower. Very nice, very nice. It rolled ER and crit damage. Very nice. I'm glad it dodged death and HP. What a lucky person you are. This one also it rolled ER. I think it rolled once on crit damage, then maybe HP. I think, if my math is right. So this is also pretty good. Your sands, ER sands, of course. It only rolled once to crit rate, right? If I'm correct. I think it rolled once here, and twice here. So maybe you can improve this if you have the chance to farm more. But this is pretty okay. Yeah. Actually, yeah, this is okay. But if you want to improve it and like, you know, improve your crit ratio, especially, you can get like a better one, I guess, if you have more time to do so. Okay, attack percent. Oh, so this is where your abundance of ER went into, because you have a lot of ER rolls. Like even in your goblet, you have ER. Yeah, took me so long to get just one ER sans in that domain. You don't have to, but if you want to improve it, like, I mean, if you have the chance to improve it, you can. But you don't have to, most especially since she's just a support anyway. Although, I think you also, I mean, understand the idea of like lessening your ER just so you can buff up your crit ratio even more. Because like for me, you don't have to focus on your crit ratio if she's a support, but it's going to be better if like you at least get it to 50 is to 100. While still having your ER within 250 to 300. So yeah, this one can also be improved. I think if you had to improve something, let's say like you're having a hard time getting an ER sans, which is very, very understandable, especially because I mean it is on piece. You can change your off piece because your goblet is your off piece. So if you manage to get a different attack percent goblet, with better substats, hopefully substats that roll into crit rate or damage, then maybe this is the one that you can replace better, because at least if this is the one that you replace, you won't be affecting your EOSF set at all. So that's already good. This one could be improved though, this one, because your substats aren't beneficial that much. Most especially because since you are using her as a support for your Eula, the EM substat doesn't affect her that much. Because I think EM is only gonna be beneficial in reactive situations, which is like your electro charge, your vape. So this one could be changed as well for better substats. Wait, let me back read. And now can enable ER to be more around no. Make sure your ER is above 250, never below 250, and never above 300. That's the technique with Raiden. It has to be within 250 to 300, never below, never above. Please give me some of the head pieces. Same. I have the worst luck in artifact farming, TBH. Like honestly, all of the substats of my artifacts are dog shit. That would still leave me with like 250% ER and I could go attack sands. But yeah, the goblet could be much better. And I probably have something. Yeah. Because you're running engulfing actually, Zan. The pairing that you can go for is it has to be ER sands. And then for your goblet, actually, what a lot of people don't know about this is you can run either attack percent or electro damage bonus. Because the difference between the two is not that big. But what will matter is your rolls in your substats. So whichever goblet you have that has better substat rolls, that is what you should go for. So even if this is electro damage bonus, but you have way better rolls, like for example, you have crit rate and crit damage, and then your rolls as you level it up go to either or. That is already like way better than this right now. But yeah, so if you had to improve anything, I would suggest switching this out because it is the off piece, so it's not that drastic of a change. But also if you have a better crit rate circlet, you can switch this up. So like a thing that you could do is like if you have an on-piece attack percent goblet or electro damage goblet and then an off-piece crit circlet, you can do that. Or if you have an on-piece crit circlet and then an off-piece goblet, so you can do that one. We do not speak of such things. Because, yes. Yes. There you go. This is a very beautiful Raiden Shogun. And imagine life if you actually built her as your on-fielder with like amazing artifacts. Girl, my god. But hello, Daily Dreamer. Welcome. How are you today? I hope you are having a very good morning or afternoon or evening. My name is Miss V. You can call me V, just don't call me yours because that is not how we roll here today. I am actually a variety streamer, but you can mostly see me streaming Genshin Impact. Every every Tuesdays and Thursdays GMT plus 8. And for other games, I stream MOBAs every Monday GMT plus 8. And I stream RPGs every Wednesday GMT plus 8. And for Sundays, which is actually the day that you caught me streaming on, which is Sunday GMT plus 8, it's honestly like whatever I feel like streaming in a very, very more chill, relaxed vibe. So welcome, how are you today? And I would like to know where you are from and how exactly you found me, because that's always a question that runs in my head. Like, how do people find me up in here? I don't know. Thank you, you're welcome. But yeah, I mean, the potential of your Raiden is very, very, very high, especially if like you make her your on-fielder, because you already have her weapon. You have her at C2. You have her talents level to 10. This is crowned. This is double crowned, right? It's just a matter of like making sure your artifacts are in line if you do want to make her an on-fielder DPS. But like if you just want her to remain support, I would just channel some of your ER to your crit ratio. The next is Zhongli. Let's just move up. Going back up. Is he a shield bot? Okay, he's a shield bot, just so I know. 51 HP, we love to see it.
The same as I remember.
Very good ER considering
But
he
where
has
are those who share
just 40 burst cost. So technically speaking, you can even spam his burst, like if you wanted to. But like from my knowledge, if your Zhongli is a shield bot Zhongli, it's actually not advised to use his burst that much. But like this is good. If you do, like in the instances that you do want to make use of the burst. Because if your Zhongli is a shield bot Zhongli, what a lot of people actually don't know is that you still technically use his burst, but it's not for the damage, it's more of for the petrification. So if that's your strat with Zhongli's Meteor Meatball, then this is a very, very, very high place to be in actually. Black Tassel, a sign of a shield bot Zhongli. And of course Tenacity, which is the go-to set of a shield bot Zhongli. Attack HP percent, very, very nice. And ER. So this is good, especially since it's on a flower. For me, my mindset always with Zhongli is like if you're capitalizing on his shield, you should always have both flat HP and HP percent. That's just how I view shield bot Zhongli. And of course having a bit of ER. And then if you're actually going burst DPS Zhongli, just an advice for like those who are considering on building their Zhonglis in like either or. If you're planning on building your Zhongli burst DPS, you actually have to make sure that you have both HP if it's just burst DPS, capitalize on attack percent. But if you're trying to do a hybrid, which is what my Zhongli is going for, try to have both HP and attack in your substats. So this is nice because you have HP percent and it's an HP main stat because it's the flower. But you have ER and even a bit of crit damage also. So whenever you land your meteor, it still kind of hurts like a bitch, you know? Feather, this is nice. I wish the EM was HP though, but you can't really complain because you got 24% ER. This is nice. This is very nice. I'm assuming this is HP. Okay. This is good as well, adding more damage. The defense could bit different, but not gonna complain because it also went crit damage as well and attack percent. So again, your meteor still hits pretty hard given all of this. With of course HP being your main stat. Goblet, Pale Flame. Likewise, this is pretty good. 16% ER. So now at least we see where your 169, 60 something ER came from. It's all of your rolls. It's very nice. Pretty good as well. Last one is Circlet. HP. Yeah. I think the only detrimental rolls that you can possibly have on a Zhongli actually is EM, because as we all know, Crystallize isn't that nice. But everything else looks very nice, especially since he's a shield bot Zhongli. Yeah, I like this Zhongli. It's very nice, especially with 51k HP. Oh my god. So like, you never have to worry about losing your shield. Never. Like never. Never. Especially if like, you know, you run him enough to know just exactly when you insert the refresh of his shield is supposed to be, just so it's literally 100% uptime. Like, that is the best position to be in, TBH. I do want to be able to build her hyper carry. You can. Just going back to your Raiden actually before I continue with your Zhongli, Zan. Do you have Sarah, Bennett, and Kazuha? Because if you are gonna go down the route of burst DPS Raiden, those are your best supports. You know, just something to think about. I love it. A crowned shield. I love it. I support this movement. Okay. So your Zhongli is honestly well built. It's amazing. I have nothing else to say. Now for your Eula. This one I have a lot of knowledge about because I do main Eula as well, apart from maining Raiden. For now, she's an amazing Eula support. He's a shield boy. Kinda boring, but I love him. It's okay. We all build our Zhonglis in our own unique way. And based on what I need in life. I thought I wouldn't get much use out of his burst at first, but the Petrify is actually super useful. Yes! I'm curious to know what team you run your Zhongli with. Because from what I know after watching your streams, your Eula actually runs with Diona, not with Zhongli, right? I have C6 Sarah, who's actually very built. Oh, there you go. That would be nice. If you have Sarah, and then if you have Bennett, and if you have Kazuha, that's already like all the ingredients that you need to make a hyper carry Raiden. Oh, and yeah, you have Yai. Okay. No Kazuha. That makes you and I both. I run Zhongli with Diluc, Benny, and Chincho. Okay. That works. That means your Diluc never dies. Because you have a shield, you have damage reduction, and you have a healer. So your Diluc will never die. I see how much you love him. Okay, for your Eula. Aha! This is the part where I grill you because it's Eula. Ratio could be improved. Of course. Because for me, whenever it's an on-fielder and I don't see 50% at crit rate, it's like needs to be improved. And don't worry, because all of I have main DPS units who are also not at 50%. So it's not me flaming you, it's me knowing the struggle. Because like whenever I see crit rate not 50% as an on-fielder, it's a change. Crit damage also could be improved more, of course, because you know with the rise of your crit rate, it should simultaneously have a rise in crit damage as well. So just push that up a little bit, just a little bit more. I'm assuming that you run with Diona, right? Because you said you run her with Diona, and I think Rosaria. So you have triple cryo, so technically your ER isn't an issue. Because honestly, if you were running her with just one cryo battery, I would advise you to bump this up to 120. Because even if you have a cryo battery, it's still an 80 energy burst cost. So I would have made you go up to 120, but since you have triple cryo, this should be completely fine. Oh, but actually, now that I remembered, you have triple cryo and you have Rosaria. So actually your crit rate isn't that big of a problem because of cryo resonance. Your problem therefore would be your crit damage. Because your crit is totally covered because you have 3 cryo units plus you have your crit transfer Rosaria. So it's not a problem at all. It's your crit damage that needs to be buffed up. So you need to work on that one. And you will see why when we move on to your artifacts. I usually use Diona in place of Kokomi with the Eula team, yes. And actually, Diona is more beneficial, I think, with regards to Eula. Because Eula's playstyle is very, like, hack and slash. So you need all the protection you can get. And C3, exactly. Your D-Look is C3, okay. Mayula needs work, but I do run her with Rosario, which gives... Yes. Yes, exactly. So you understand, crit damage could be much better. I got you. Snowtomb Star Silver. Okay, this is good. This is a good 4-star on her, actually. 4-piece Pale Flame. Okay. C1. Just need to know. This could be improved. If you manage to find a flower with both crit rate and crit damage, maybe even ER, it's nice. Because with Eula, the ones that you have to prioritize actually is crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, ER, attack, flat attack. Skip all the EMs, skip all of the HPs and all of the defense. So for this one, this could be very much improved. Feather. This is okay. You can retain this. You know, this is fine already. Because you have 3 useful stats. Flower. Why did I go flower again? Sands. Oh, this is good. Oh, but then the only problem is your crit rate, but then it's fine, I guess, because cryo resonance. So this is fine. This is 7, 20, 30, 3.4 CV, which is good. Retain. Goblet. Physical damage. Could be improved. You can retain, but could be improved because you have double HP and flat attack. Could be improved. I mean, you can retain, but more recommended to improve. There you go. I think that's the best way to put it. Circlet, crit rate. Okay. Same situation. Can retain, more recommended to improve. So if you had to... I mean, if this is literally just min-maxing at this point already. But since I think for this account in particular, you're already at that point of min-maxing, I would really prioritize you to work on your circlet first. Work on your circlet first because your substats can be much better. Followed by your goblet. Because you know, you can always just your flower and feather are your least important artifacts if you had to rank your artifact priority of like what you had to work on first. So I would recommend improving circlet and then goblet and then flower. You have the option of retaining your feather, but if you want to go further beyond, you can. But I would be fine with keeping this. And this one as well. I would be fine with keeping this. Game needs to give me more clear billets. That's true. The main nice thing about the goblet is that it's on set. Yeah, actually, it's on set. That's what I noticed as well. But the subsets are my first work. Actually, yeah. I'm not. I forgot. I think it's C2. what I've learned from like other Genshin streamers whom I've met is that if she's not C2, doing 2-piece Pale Flame and 2-piece Bloodstained is actually a bit better. That's what I heard. I can't say for sure because my Eula is C0 and I run 4-piece Pale Flame and I have no issues with it whatsoever. But I think for a more consistent damage output from a Eula that isn't C2, because I think C2 is the constellation that makes the cooldown of your hold E the same as your tap E. If you don't have that constellation yet, they actually recommend you do 2-piece Pale Flame, 2-piece Bloodstain. So if you want to try that route out, feel free to do so. Most especially since the one that I did recommend that you can still change and work on are 2 pieces of the same set. Like it's not one is off piece and one is. So you can strong box if you wanted your Bloodstain for Circlet and Goblet, but that's gonna take a while, I think, because you're gonna keep, strong boxing the thing. But yeah, I think it's my only recommendation because, like, I mean, what can I say about that? Like, that's my goal, TBH, for my Eula, which is gonna be a while because I'm poor. And for the last one, I can't say much about him. I have very limited knowledge, but with the knowledge that I do have, I will do my best. Very nice. And you said you run him with Benny, Zhongli, and Shincho, right? So he has a battery as well. So it's fine. This is fine. This is pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice. If you wanted to like further min-max it, maybe improve your crit damage a bit, but honestly, I would be completely fine with this. Personally speaking, I would be fine with this. Yes, R5 Serpent Spine. We'd love to see it. Oh my god, this is domain. You know, I did hear that this domain is the worst domain to farm. I mean, if people were to complain about a domain, people complained about Crimson Witch. And I wouldn't know, and I can't comment on it because I never farmed for Crimson Witch because my Xiangling is running EOSF and I don't have a main Pyro DPS. I mean, a Pyro main DPS, so I never had the need to do Crimson Witch. So, I can't say anything, but everyone who did have to run Crimson Witch said that they hate this domain above all other domains. So yeah. Very nice flower. Very nice flower. No losses in substats. Perfect. What is this CV? This is 13.2. 13.2. 31.9. This is good. Retain. Don't change it. If you change it, I will be mad. Oh, this is nice. It rolled crit damage. This is nice. This is nice. It didn't roll crit rate at all. But you don't need crit rate anymore. Crit damage is pretty low though. Did it go HP? This went HP, right? Just seeing the high number of 538. I'm assuming it went HP. I would love to get closer to 200. Yes. The hell domain. I think that and Vivi get the most complaints. Yes. I think what people complain about Vivi the most though is the fact that the partner artifact set is not the best set for anyone. That's what a lot of people don't like about the Vivi domain. Because for me personally, the Vivi domain isn't hard. It's not hard at all. Especially if you have an Anemo unit who can cluster everyone together. What's annoying is that if you don't get Vivi, you get Maiden's Beloved. And it's a set that no one uses in the endgame. It's like, why? Sans definitely 1 HP, yeah. Could be improved if you wanted to, of course. But you can retain also. Though I would have loved to see more crit damage rules. Would have loved to see it. Goblet. It's just nice. Went defense though. This is nice. It works. Went defense though. Circle it. Crit damage. What is the substat? This because it's crit rate, right? Makes sense. That's why it's crit damage. But the substats though, my man. My friend. You know we are in the exact same situation. Did I ever show you the circlet of my Ayaka? I thought I was a red herring with the substats of my Ayaka circlet, but seeing this, I guess there is a reason why we met, Zan. There is a main reason why fate has brought us together, because we both have circlets on our main DPS units that have poo-poo substats. I will show you, Zan, after I finish with your D-look. I will show you. Take a mental note of this circlet in particular. Even the main stat, it's crit damage. Remember, it's crit damage with this set of substats. Remember that. Okay. So like I said, you know, just to round it out a bit, this could be improved, of course, because it reminds me so much of my circlet, which I know I have to improve. And this one, if you wanted to min-max even more, just to have more crit damage rolls. But if I were you, I would honestly not touch my flower and my feather at all. If I were to improve something, even though I could retain it, it would be the sands and the goblet. But one thing that you have to improve is this one. C3. My god, I mean, the standard banner loves you. Or like, I guess, if you lose 50-50, it still loves you because it gives you D-Look, which is a character that you really love. And of course, it's 13. Of course. Because why would it not be? And there you go. That is my review of your characters. So, basically, your Zhongli is top tier as a shield bot Zhongli. Raiden could be improved and it has major potential to be a hyper carry. Eula is almost there. Just a little bit more. Your D-Look works fine. It's very, very nice. But it can be much better. There. That's basically like the summary. The gist. Maidens is like almost literally useless in endgame. I know. I don't know any character whose final set is Maiden's Beloved. Literally no one. No one. Okay, I'm just logging in to show my Ayaka circlet before I end the stream. Can't get a better one to save my life. Same. I actually have to go back to Blizzard Strayer again. Just because your circlet reminded me of my circlet. Okay. So remember how your circlet was crit damage and your substats were defense, flat attack, and HP %. This is mine. It's crit damage, flat attack, defense %, but my double stat is HP. It's beautiful, isn't it? I know, that's why I was like, I thought I was the red herring in this game. I thought I was the only one who had like absolute trash luck. And I was like, and then I saw your Crimson Witch circlet and I was like, oh my god. And it's so poetic that yours is Pyro and mine is Cryo. Poetic, methinks. Maybe someday it will be redeemed. I farmed so hard for D-Look's birthday. Yeah, actually, I managed to drop by a bit for your stream on his birthday. Although I couldn't stay that long because I was also streaming for a bit, and then you know how I get after I stream. So yeah, I managed to see it, and I was like, oh, he's really working hard on his deal. Like, okay, I'll see it. But I'll be back before long. Good luck, my love. You can do it. Thank you so much. No problem. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I love one thing I love is talking. Another thing I love is looking at characters. And another thing that I love is helping my friends. So, you are welcome. It's my pleasure, honestly. It's my pleasure. And you are one of, like, my loyal viewers, Zan. So it's not even a question of whether or not I will do something for you, because I will do things for you. So there you go. They are so similar, it's poetic. I know. It's so scary, actually. It's scary, but at the same time, I'm amazed. I'm honestly amazed at like how things worked out. But yeah. Wait, let me check if anyone is online and playing Genshin.
A blade embraces its duty.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can
as a
raid
jeweler cherishes their gems.
Let me just switch on over. Okay. So thank you so much again, guys, for staying with me today on my very, very chill anything goes Sunday, as per usual. It was very, very nice, actually, even though I didn't really expect much on tonight's / this morning's stream, because it is a Sunday after all. Whenever it's a Sunday, I literally just spew out everything that I feel. No holds barred, no filter. I just say whatever, and then I play whatever it is, whatever time I want. So I'm glad to see that people are here whenever I do that, because Sunday is honestly the day when I really don't expect people to come around, because Sunday is when I'm least organized, when I'm most raw, and I don't care what I'm playing. So I'm really glad to see that you guys are here. And of course, we even got a new follower, so I'm very happy for that. But before I say my final words, so if you are a non-subscriber, please use this raid message. But if you are a subscriber, please use this raid message. Because you will be raiding my friend. He is currently streaming Genshin Impact as well. So please do send him some love when I get into raiding. But yeah, that is it for me for today, I guess. Just to let you know of my schedule again for the remainder of the week. So tomorrow it is, / later. It is Monday. It's Monday. So we will be playing League of Legends tomorrow. So if you play on the Philippine server, aka Garena server, you can feel free to play with me, actually. I don't mind. And then on Tuesday, we will be streaming Genshin Impact. Yay! And on Wednesday, we will be streaming an RPG, most likely Persona 5. And then on Thursday, we will be streaming Genshin Impact again. Yay! So yeah, that's basically our schedule for this week. Hopefully nothing goes wrong again. But yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone again who has been here from the start, especially, and to those who have been here, who are here until the end. Even if you are a lurker, I do appreciate you so much, and thank you so much to our new follower as well, to Daily Dreamer. Hello, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. I hope you enjoy your time here with me. Even though I feel like you are just lurking, I don't mind, because I appreciate everyone equally. But yeah, so that is it for me. Once again, it has been me, your one true Khaleesi, Miss V, wishing you all a happy V-Day, because it's always V-Day with me. Stay safe, everyone, both from the sad state of the world right now, which is still amidst the pandemic, and of course, from the crazy AF weather, whether you are from the Philippines or anywhere else around the world. Sending you all my love, and know that I am always, always, always rooting for each and every single one of you, my lovelies. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Yes, exactly. And I love how your emote prefix is Temis. I know it was fate. I didn't even do anything about it. But yeah, don't go anywhere because we will be raiding Appy. But yeah, thank you guys. See you all again in the next one, aka tomorrow / later. Farewell.